Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to talk about the recent news that a couple of days ago China's ethics board reviewed 20 popular online games and banned 9 of them and is requiring changes to be made in the other 11. And before I get into this video, a small disclaimer, where this information is coming from is by users on NGA, which is a Chinese gaming forum, and it's pretty much accepted that all of this is true, especially considering China's decisions and their censorship laws and stuff like that, so it's not out of the ordinary for stuff like this to be happening, but there is a small chance that this is misleading and not fully true, or there might be other changes made or something along those lines. But if any of that turns out to be true, I will change the title, I'll put it in the description, I'll change a bunch of stuff so you'll know if this is misleading or anything like that. And if you're watching this and nothing has been changed to the title or description or anything like that, there's no disclaimers anywhere that any of this information has changed, assume this is all still correct. If you've seen any of my videos previously, I've talked about China's censorship laws, how backwards they are. You can't see blood or anything like that, but you can have murdering and killing and all stuff like that. So a lot of games, they have to have separate clients, or they just censor their games globally in hopes that, it appeals to China. A lot of the things we see is blood being black, so it's technically not blood and stuff like that. So a lot of these causes why these games were banned or needing to have changes will make sense, and I'm just gonna go down the list. So originally, the first game on the list is Arena of Valor, and it's just a mobile MOBA, and they're saying they need to change things because there is overly revealing female characters, and there's rewards given based on rank, distorted concepts of history and culture. And a lot of these are a little general, overly revealing female characters that's kind of expected because of China. They've done stuff in the past, but I personally have not heard of anything being banned because of rewards given based on rank. I didn't know that was a thing that was not okay in China, I guess. There you go. And then also, I find the distorted concepts of history and culture very interesting because that is kind of a slippery slope there. You can say something like, oh, well, we don't like the way you're portraying us in this game, and so it's a distorted concept of history and culture. So I don't know the full details of In Arena of Valor, whatever it is, why they're saying it is, but that is why, and I think it's a little slippery of a slope. So kind of some stupid reasons for that to get needing to have corrective action. Then we have League of Legends, which is that big popular MOBA, and it's kind of the same thing. Overly revealing female characters, rewards given based on rank, and then inharmonious chat room. I can't pronounce that. And they're saying corrective action needs to be made. And so that's interesting because, some stuff we've already talked about, but the chat room being toxic is interesting because most every online game has that. And I don't really know of a way to prevent that besides, censoring what people are saying, and I guess that goes along with what China likes. I don't know, but there's that. Then you got Blade of Soul. There's overly revealing female characters and the, inharmonious chat room. Corrective action needs to be taken. I'm not even going to pronounce this, but Anjulie Zhang, overly revealing female characters, inharmonious chat room, and game missions include fraud. So what we've already seen, but apparently you can't have game missions that include fraud, I guess. You can't portray illegal actions, I guess, so that's stupid. Corrective actions needing to be taken on that. You got Overwatch. Game visuals promote incorrect values, and then inharmonious chat room. So game visuals promote incorrect values. That's another one of those slippery slope things that they can really use to just ban anything they want. Incorrect values? Whose values? China's values? China's proven that, without trying to be racist or anything, just exclusively talking about these backward censorship laws, I don't feel like they have, at least the government doesn't have some good values, and they can kind of just use that to ban whatever they want. So that's what we're seeing with Overwatch, and all of the ones I'm talking about have just been corrective action, so things are just going to need to be changed. I'll let you know when we get to the banned things. So then we got Diablo, which is inharmonious chat and game missions include fraud. So this is okay, I guess. World of Warcraft, overly revealing female characters in inharmonious chat room. We're saying that again. So like you can tell, I guess they don't like being able to talk, being able to talk freely in the games. I guess, they want everything to be censored even in what people are saying, and they just don't like female characters to, I guess they don't want to see skin. Then we got Westward Journey, overly revealing female characters, inharmonious chat room, distorted concepts of history and culture, so that we get to see that slippery slope thing again. They can kind of just decide whatever. Code Eva, rewards given based on rank, distorted concepts of history and culture. Again, slippery slope. The Legend of Mir, I don't know how to pronounce that, 3, Inharmonious Chat Room, Swords of Legends Online, Inharmonious Chat Room, and that's the whole list of the 11 that are being, needing to have changes being made. And we've seen in a lot of this, the Inharmonious Chat Room, and that's a little weird to me, because I don't know how you solve that. Like I said, I mean, you can censor things, maybe just make it where curse words cannot be seen, but then again, I don't know the details on what they're not wanting. Or, you know, maybe it's curse words, maybe it's just people talking about death and stuff like that. Maybe someone's saying, oh, you need to die, maybe that's not okay. I don't really know the specifics on that, but it seems like they really don't like that about a lot of stuff. But now we're going to get into the games that have been banned, and these are all the games that I'm saying from here on out have been prohibited or withdrawn. So we have PUBG, which is huge because of the fact that its main player base is in China, and it was banned for blood and gore. And you're going to see blood and gore a lot because they don't like blood and gore. Like I said, that's why a lot of things they're having to change blood to just be black, because it's technically not blood. And like I said, you can have killing in your game. You know, the whole battle royale concept of brutally murdering people and shooting them, that's fine. But because we see blood and gore, there's that. We got Fortnite for the same reason, blood and gore and vulgar content. So, you know, vulgar content could be anything from cursing or anything like that, so that's interesting, but it's probably mainly because of the blood and gore. We have H1Z1 Daybreak, blood and gore, vulgar content. Alliance of Valiant Arms, blood and gore, vulgar content. Ring of Elysium, the snowboard battle royale. Overly revealing female characters, blood and gore, vulgar content. Free Fire Battlegrounds, overly revealing female characters, blood and gore, vulgar content. Knives Out, it's another battle royale, overly revealing female characters, blood and gore, vulgar content. And then Quantum Matrix, blood and gore, vulgar content. And then we also have a Inharmonious Chat thrown in there as well. So most of the games that have been banned is simply because of the blood and gore, and then also vulgar content. Obviously, vulgar content entails a lot more than blood and gore. Blood and gore you can easily point at and be like, there's blood, there's gore, there you go. Vulgar content is a little more subjective. But if this says anything, it's that China's censorship laws backwards as hell. I've talked about that before. I'll talk about it again. It makes no sense. And these games here are either going to, for the ones that are just needing corrective action, will either, most of these games like World of Warcraft, they're not going to have a separate client for China, and I don't see what they're really going to do. I mean, they might end up doing that. We might see just a fully censored version of Overwatch, Diablo, World of Warcraft. We got a lot of Blizzard games on there in the corrective action, so it'll be interesting to see what actions they take, and especially with Blizzard, apparently Blizzard at some point posted an announcement on one of their, like there's an official Chinese version of Twitter called Weibo, and they've been denying that they received any of these notations that they need to change their games or anything, and apparently that tweet in quotation marks, it's not Twitter, but it's their Twitter, their tweet has been deleted, and it's causing people to be like, okay, well, you know, what's been going on, because you're saying that all this is fake, and then why would you delete that tweet? And it might have just be because it was delayed, they hadn't fully told them yet, maybe this was early in development talks, stuff like that, we don't know. If we hear more about this, I will let you guys know, because this is actually a pretty big news story. I mean, we have some of the biggest games here being threatened to be banned or just straight up banned. I mean, PUBG, most of their player base is in China, so I mean, that's crazy. So I don't know if they're gonna just censor the whole thing or if they'll make a separate Chinese client. I'm not sure. All I know is this is pretty big, and if you guys have any opinions on this, let me know in the comments down below, and like I said, I'll update you guys with any new information we have. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below, subscribe to see more content. New videos come out every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and like always, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.